Make no mistake, everyone, the sheer size of Don't Starve Together's newest quality of life update here is enough to overwhelm even the most tenured of players. Seriously, this thing is arguably 2 to 3 updates in one. And that is exactly why I'm thinking that we all need separate videos on separate topics, simply to help wrap our heads around it all, instead of just trying to squeeze it all into one showcase, sort of like what I foolishly did right here. Because I don't know if you noticed, but Clay literally reworked everything about Wolfgang once again, and just casually dropped the changes among all this noise. And I don't want it to get drowned out, if you know what I mean. So then, let's lift and compare the original rework to this new one, of course. Originally, a normal dumbbell in Wimpy Wolf's hands would deal 20.3 damage, offer 10 attacks or 100 lifts, and grant 1.9 mightiness per lift, respectively. But reach normal form, and damages would climb to 27, while mightiness gains fall to a mere 0.9 per lift. And come mighty form, we deal 54 damage, but only gain 0.3 mightiness per lift. It wasn't great, especially considering how things stand in the beta here now. In comparison, Wimpy Wolf now deals 12.8 damage, sure, but gets 63 attacks or 125 lifts in, and benefits from 3 mightiness per lift. Reach normal form Wolfgang, and that will remain the same, which is already a huge improvement, mind you. And even Mighty Wolf will still gain 1.5 mightiness per lift from just a normal dumbbell, folks. Light years better. There's nothing else to say. And that's a trend that will fortunately continue, folks. Golden dumbbells up things all around, of course, but we'll just stick to the mightiness gains only this time around, so check the other stats for yourself throughout this segment. But Wimpy Wolf originally gained 1.9 per lift, Normal Wolf gained the same actually, and Mighty Wolfgang saw it drop to 0.3 mightiness once again. But the new Golden Dumbbell, however, not only has a new scienceless recipe requiring no cut stone, but offers Wimpy Wolfgang 5 mightiness per lift, Normal Wolf 3 per lift, and Mighty Wolf 1.5 per lift. Very nice, and add in its increased damages and uses, and things are starting to look really great for dumbbells all around. And heck, we haven't even gotten to the good ones yet. Once again, be sure to check the other stats yourself as we go along, as all I care about is the original Gem Bell, granting 1.9 mightiness per lift for Wimpy Wolf, 1.9 mightiness per lift for Normal Wolf, and yup, you guessed it, 1.9 mightiness per lift while Mighty 2. Not bad, but head over to the beta and things get much better. Not so much on the crafting front, mind you, as gem bells are way more expensive now, as Dual Sight has replaced Cutstone, but considering how the new gem bell will be granting 5 mightiness per lift, no matter Wolfgang's current form, on top of a ridiculous amount of uses, I would say it's plenty worth it. Oh, and toss in its 85 damage with what's coming later, and the gem bell is kind of insane, honestly. Or is it? For you see, a new dumbbell has entered the fray, and it might just be the only one we will ever need. The Marbell is made via marble and twigs, of course, and appears to offer a crazy amount of uses itself. Decent damages, although the game crashes when mighty and dealing with marble stuff now for whatever reason, so be mindful there. And seemingly 5 mightiness per lift forever, although I cannot confirm if that's the case in mighty form, because again, the game kind of crashes with this new stuff. Even still, it looks great without that final data anyways, so enjoy it. Just mind that speed loss. But we are still not done talking dumbbells, if you can believe it. The beta also makes it to where Mighty Wolfgangs can now melee with any dumbbells in hand, and considering how many uses these things give, that's honestly pretty amazing. I mean, the Gem Bell deals 85 damage and offers 300 uses. That's nuts! But that's not all. Throwing dumbbells now deals the exact same damage as said melee attacks, which is a huge win over the original throwing mechanics for sure. Just mind how quickly throwing dumbbells will drain their durabilities, of course. And one last dumbbell note, running with one in hand, or raising an anchor for some reason, will freeze mightiness drains regardless of how low your hunger is. So use that wisely. But it's time to hit the gym, folks. A more efficient gym at that. Originally, gyms weighted 2 to 3 would give about 1.7 mightiness per lift, but in the beta, that absolutely skyrockets to 4 mightiness per lift instead. Gyms weighted 4 to 6 would normally give 3.3 mightiness per lift if said lift hit the yellow area back in the day, but now that will rise to 6.7 instead. Also note the slightly lower hunger drain throughout it too. And finally, lifting weights 7 to 8 and hitting the white areas used to give 6.7 mightiness per lift at the cost of a 28 times hunger drain, but now they will give 10 mightiness per lift at the cost of a 22 times drain. Oh yes, mighty gyms just got mightier. But what else is of note, you ask? Well, how about Wolfgang's new ability to gain mightiness through combats? Now that sounds absolutely amazing, and it sort of is, but don't think that it's going to blow you away, because it won't. The gains are based on the health pool of whatever you are fighting, so a Beeflo here looks to give us about 0.5 mightiness per hit with its respectable 1000 health. But triple that, even double that triple, or maybe just go absolutely exponentially crazy, and well, nothing happens. Folks, it seems to me that the maximum amount of mightiness that we can gain per attack is 1. 1 point. Yup, it's more of a way to maintain mightiness than actually gain it. Even still, it's not all that great at that either. Especially when Wolfgang now loses mightiness when hit up to 10 points or so each time. And by the way, armor means absolutely nothing here, so be mindful of all of this. But speaking of gaining mightiness through doing other things than lifting, we can now literally gain mightiness through doing other things other than lifting. Almost anything that's considered quote-unquote work does so, from turfing to raising sails for Pete's sake, but the big ones will be chopping, mining, and hammering, of course. Now, the mightiness gains in all of this are pretty small amounts, but it will add up fast for sure. So have fun. But to wrap up our day, some final wimpy Wolfgang notes actually. Wimpy Wolfgang now does 25% worse when it comes to said work. Chopping, mining, and hammering will all be slower than usual, but a Wimpy Wolf's tools will also drop in durability 25% slower than others too, so there's that, I guess. In the beta, a Wimpy Wolfgang will benefit from a 25% slower hunger drain over the original, which is a close callback to the truly OG Wolfgang, I suppose. And finally, Wimpy Wolf is also not supposed to take any more damage anymore. However, the mechanic is a little dumb broken at the moment, so be mindful there. In fact, just be mindful of all the Wolfgang changes, because I have never crashed more in my entire flippin' life. But folks, if you can believe it, even all of that wasn't everything. We didn't show his faster rowing, his speed tweaks, the insulation changes, or even the so-called ambient mightiness drain rate being a thing that has seemingly been adjusted. Guys, the guy has changed completely, so go see and play him for yourself. As my golly, this update is just too damn big. I'm still having difficulty trying to get all the information to you. But Clay, well done once more, and thanks for your continued work. There's obviously some jankiness here and there with switching mightiness forms and the new Marbell, of course, but if folk were worried about Wolfgang moving forward, I believe we've got a great first step in the right direction. Thanks for watching, everyone. Well wishes to all. Definitely more update videos coming soon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.